All right, friends, it's T-Man, and I'm back with a new video. It's on Revival Fitness, dude. So I'm gonna do a kind of a critique of Revival Fitness's, I don't know, his training here in the gym that he's doing. So I'm gonna critique it. The gym lifting slave here, Mr. Revival Fitness himself. Revival Fitness says, your sets should look like this, Arm Day Vlog. Well, they really shouldn't look like that, the way he's doing it, because they're all concentric. That's what I'm going to explain to you in this video. Remember, us bodybuilders, we do concentric overload. We do concentric exercise. We don't focus on concentric a lot. Okay, so this is a pretty much, he's pretty much doing concentric without any eccentric work. And obviously the load is not, this is obviously not concentric at all. If he was doing a concentric exercise, he wouldn't be able to do a full extension. He wouldn't be able to do a full extension, man. He would only be able to go from the top halfway down. But you notice he's squeezing his muscles. So this is concentric. He wants to squeeze them. He has this idea. I talked to a guy today in the gym. I went to do my legs and I looked over at this guy and I said, why are you going like this at the top, just the top, and going a little bit down at the top, squeezing? He says, because I'm building a muscle. You don't build muscles squeezing your muscles. When you squeeze them, you don't build them. But you can increase the sarcoplasm by squeezing it. You get this thing called pump. You are, for every gram of glycogen, 3 grams of water being drawn between the skin and the muscle into the muscle. So you are exhausting your muscle by getting it to absorb glycogen. We call that sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. It hypertrophies the sarcoplasm. So this is not associated with getting more sarcomere number in muscle fibers, myofibrillars, what do you call it? Nuclei and a bunch of other stuff, okay? Muscle fibers, yada, yada, yada. I don't know what he's doing there, but it's kind of obvious. Look, eccentric exercise can take more load than concentric. So you have to lift where you can't manage to do the concentric. That's the whole point. You'll know that the load is, that there's sufficient load there. If you can't complete the set for a full range of motion concentrically doing an eccentric exercise, then you know the load is heavy enough to cause the muscle to damage, okay? Yeah. And he's squeezing his arms again, the muscle here. There you go. He's just doesn't really care. You want to know why people are so used to doing this? Because it's comfortable. And they're comfortable and they like being comfortable. They don't like being uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable doing eccentric exercises. That's why nobody does them. So that's why they never progress, because this doesn't build muscles. In their shitty brains, they think, oh, I'm building a muscle, but in fact, you're not building any muscle. Then they can't figure out why they're not getting bigger. Then they start eating carbohydrates, bulk diets, whatever, they get fat. They can't figure out why the gains are going when they pump all this glycogen in there. They thought it was muscle, but it turns out to be glycogen. They make up all these excuses, and then they go, I went away, I lost all the glycogen, and then I got this thing called muscle memory after losing all the glycogen. I just ate a bunch of carbs, I put the glycogen back, and I got some muscle memory. Yee! You never built any muscle unless you went through repeated bouts of injuries, and you're not, because this is concentric training. I told you, this is what it looks like. This is what all you gym slaves in the gym look like. Pure concentric right there. Pure concentric, that's it, attaboy. Squeeze the muscle, squeeze the glycogen in there. Don't lengthen the muscle to stretch it and cause it to damage. No, squeeze him. Well, I gotta put some more glycogen in there, yeah. Attaboy, that a lifting slave, that a lifting slave. Attaboy, that's a lifting slave.
Okay, so
I like how he goes, Yeah, heavy concentrics. That really, that's based on performance. Concentrics is based on performance. It's based on endurance, and yeah, that works in what do you call it? Powerlifting, but that doesn't work in bodybuilding, dude.
you're going to see with pretty much every exercise on this day.
I know you're all gonna say, but he looks like he appears to have muscles. He's skinny and he looks like he has some muscle there. No, his muscle, he doesn't have any muscles, bro. He just has blown up sarcoplasm, and he is a lifting slave. He comes often to the gym, so his inflammatory response constantly inflaming his muscles.
I don't go to failure in the sense that I have somebody helping me.
Why do you need somebody to help you on the concentric? I like how he says, I don't go to failure. Do you mean you don't go to exhaustion? You don't want to go to exhaustion? Here's the thing. In eccentric exercise, it's not you go to failure on a rep. You will fail eventually in your sets because the muscle will be so damaged that you won't be able to do any more sets or reps anymore. Eventually, at some point, that's what will happen. But here, this guy wants to bring sets to failure like an endurance athlete. He wants to keep going until it fails. So then he goes past 10 reps. He goes 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And sometimes, like Michael Hearn, they stop around 25, 26, 20. Some go up to 30. That's endurance. That's endurance lifting, bro. Get it? That's endurance.
People have this conception that failure is like past failure, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, but that's endurance. That isn't muscular failure. That's endurance failure. You're enduring. Get it? You're enduring. You're an endurance lifter, dude.
Where somebody starts assisting you with the reps and all that. I'm talking about absolute failure and a lot of...
Here's the funny part. He's skating uphill because we all know that eccentric exercise is associated with a loss of sarcomere number and muscle fibers. You lose sarcomeres. So that means that if you gain sarcomeres, you get stronger. That increases your strength. You see what I mean? That increases your strength. Yeah. But this guy, no, he's maybe just a nervous system or something there. He's, betting on or something. I don't know. Who knows?
These cases where I cannot do another rep if I tried. You just saw in the clips there, I got to the final rep and I was pushing.
Yeah, I saw that. And what about it?
But I could not get there. Even if I had cheated, maybe.
Cheated? You have to cheat at the top. Cheating at the top. But it went down too light. That's the problem. You see what I mean? It went up on the eccentric too light on the eccentric, so there's no damage. And going down, it was a little bit hard, but going up was too light. So anyways, let's see what else he's got here, because he's just going to ramble. Here he is again. There he is doing full concentric. No eccentric rep. No full range of motion, no eccentric, whatever. It wouldn't even matter if you did full range of motion. It's too light for the eccentric. He needs 10 times more load. So there you go. This is a concentric exercise. This is based on performance. It's based on endurance. It's not bodybuilding, bro. We're not endurance lifters. We're not performing slaves or endurance lifting. Us real bodybuilders. We just come in to damage our muscles. That's all we do. We focus on heavy eccentric loads. Emotional damage. Get it? I like how he's stressing. But they're never growing. Look, they're never growing. He could eat more complex carbohydrates, like buy a 100-pound bag of potatoes and just fucking down them like crazy. And he'll get even more puffy. But that's about it. He's never built a muscle. He's never built any muscle because a lot of people do this. They waste, can you imagine people go to the gym and waste 10, 20, 30 years hacking at the same exercise, and then you tell them, and then one day you come up to them and you destroy their bubble and you say, all you have to do is do heavy load eccentrics and you would have built muscle. And then they look at you, they turn red and they look at you and they go, what? What are you talking about? Eccentric exercise associated with muscle damage, associated with growth, bro. And they go, what? And you go, I didn't know that. I thought it was concentric. Wow, 30 years of failing at it. Okay, you could do more than that. The eccentric, it could take more load than that. But okay, whatever. Squeeze those muscle, mama.
All right, now we're going into biceps, and we have the
Biceps, all right.
dumbbell curl. Now, you might not be.
Yes, sir. See these dumbbell curls. Here we go. Attaboy. Attaboy. But they're too light. They're going down way too easy. They're too light. And again, this is like mostly concentric because he's squeezing at the top so high. Look at him. He's like, his arm's bent. It's like fucking touching his head. What the fuck? Like, what is that going to do? It starts resting at some point when you bring it up. That's all. It's like lazy workouts, lazy lifters. This is weird. Concentric. This is concentric. Look how small his arms are. They're not developed at all. Neither is his shoulder. There's nothing really developed here. I like how he screams at the top. Yeah, we're not performing, dude. We're not trying to get our nervous system to be adapted to lifting these weights, bro. Get it? We're trying to get muscular adaptations by damaging the muscle in the eccentric form. But, you know, each to their own, man. Like I said, people are going to go and fail forever. And then one day they might find the truth and then they'll commit suicide and die. Because they were like, I spent 30 years wasting my time in the gym as a lifting gym slave, bro. I like how he says here, I slouch too much at the end. He's not getting anything. There's no soreness. There's no delayed onset muscle soreness. There's no muscle damage. There's no donation of nuclei or given some, sarcomere number in series. No sarcomerogenesis or anything. There's nothing going on here, bro. Nothing. No myofibular growth. Nothing. Zero. Look at him. Doesn't even realize he's just getting exhausted. Like I said, the weight has to be so heavy that you can't do it for a full concentric exercise. You understand me? When you bring the weight up, you shouldn't be able to bring it up all the way. So you have to find a weight that is so heavy. I'm talking about, look, the reason why I'm saying I'm giving out this information about eccentric exercise, because that's a faster way of getting muscle growth. There are ways you can do full eccentric, concentric like I do, come in once a week and do those. But now I focused more on the eccentric overload, which is much more rapid in growth and strength and a bunch of things, okay? That's why I started bringing it out. Anyway, the point is, it has to be heavy enough where you can't do for a full concentric, just eccentric. So up and then lower it, up and lower it, up and lower it. As many sets and reps as you can do. So stick to 10 reps and do many multiple sets, high intensity and duration. Duration meaning a lot of sets. Yeah, a lot of sets until that shit, you can't do that no more. Until you can't do it no more. You'll feel it, trust me. You'll feel it, that it's fucking tearing, the muscles are tearing and a bunch of shit. But he's not feeling anything. He's not feeling anything. He's just wasting his time. So yeah, that's it. Squeeze those muscles at the top. Pump more glycogen in there. But unfortunately, he's not eating enough carbohydrates, I guess, an artificial diet. Building some artificial, beautiful sarco muscles. What else he's got here? What else does he have? What's this shit?
Around my back with some ointment. This bar is interesting. I've seen this in some gyms, others I don't. It seems to be really hit or miss, but I do like it. Gotta scoot far enough.
Okay, he's gonna do triceps again. Okay.
Back so we can clear the bench.
I prefer dumbbells on this and a kind of an incline. I don't like it flat. You want a kind of an incline on this bench, and dumbbells are better. And so you can find some relatively heavy dumbbells where you can't do it for a full concentric, just eccentric enough. And so you just kind of bounce it. Let it drop, let it stretch the tricep, and then bounce it back up again. Lower it and bounce it up. Lower, bounce, lower and bounce. Just keep doing that again and again and again. That way you can get it back up without having to lift it. So then you just have it drag the tricep down, and then just partial reps, man. Up and down, bouncing, up and down. As many times as you could do it for sets and reps, okay? The tricep, and you'll see it'll get damaged. But this guy, it's slow, it's too light going down, it's a little bit heavy going up. It's just not happening, dude. Again, he's going way too far to the top. That must mean it's too light. If he can manage it all the way to the top like that, it's too light. It's not going to damage the muscle fiber. It's not going to work. He's just wasting his time. Let's see what else he has here. Any other exercises? He's doing the same thing again. It's the range. No, it's no good. It's concentric. Next. Okay, he's got this arm machine. Again, the problem is the weight going down. He's not using enough eccentric load. That's why it's better to use the cable machine. Just stack the whole cable machine. Throw on a couple of 45-pound plates on there too even. And pull it towards your body for as many sets and reps as you can do. Just keep pulling it towards you in a type of like a curl, like a curling motion. Trust me, you're not going to be able to lift 400-pound cables weights on cables, 400 pounds. You're going to be able to do for full concentric anyways. It doesn't matter. Just do the partial reps and let the load, let it lower your muscle down, and then bring it up, lower it down, bring it up, lower it down. That's it, bro. As many sets of reps you could do. All right, it's going to cause damage in the fucking bicep, and your biceps are going to get massively huge and strong. This is just wasting time. We don't have time for this. Playing around, I got to be comfortable, squeezing my muscles. He just wants to squeeze his muscles, bro. This is stupid. We're not there to squeeze our muscles and waste time in the gym. No thanks. Next. What else do we have here? Again, a waste of time. Yeah. Look how easy it was coming down. It came down too easy. Watch. See? Going up, he kind of like is belching about it. Really, because his workouts are frivolous, but whatever. Look at him. He's like, oh. Meanwhile, if you look at the pin there, it's probably like, what, 30 pounds, 40 pounds or something? Meanwhile, on the cable, on the full stack cable is like, they're like, what, 300, some of them, 350, 300, almost 400 some. You can even throw on a couple of 45-pound plates. If you have a key, put 2 plates onto the thing and just fucking do the whole stack with the plates and everything, man. They just stick everything on there. Put everything on there and just fucking pull it like you're doing concentric, only you won't be able to do a full rep. That's it, man. It's really easy. Yeah. He's funny. This guy's funny, man. He's wasting his time.
The delts or any other muscle group in hopes of getting it to grow. Check out my latest video.
Yeah, you want to know how to get the fucking delts to grow massively super big and strong? Get really jacked? It's really easy. Stop flying the weight, okay? Stop flying your weights, okay? Now, what you want to do is you want to pull the weight with your shoulder. Let your shoulder pull the weight up. Do not pull your arm. Do not push your arm up. Let the shoulder lift the weight up. Do the whole stack. Do the whole stack and just fucking let your shoulders keep lifting it. Sets and reps until it fucking fails, okay? Till it reaches muscular failure. And if you want to do like OHP, you could do OHP. But here's the thing with the OHP. You don't have to do a full concentric. You can let it bounce off of you to get up. But make sure you do the eccentric coming down. That's more important than the concentric. And it should be heavy enough where you can't do a full concentric, only partially up. So keep bouncing it up and down really fast. Up, down, up, down. Very short range of motion, heavy. and then you'll get bigger and stronger at it. Now, as far as the side delt, that's behind your back, the side delt, you could do cable crossovers. Get 2 of those fucking 300-pound stacks of weights on the cables. Let it lay down on the floor and just fucking cross them, bro. Forget this bullshit. People standing up with the fucking holding the wire and going like this with like 40 pounds, 30 pounds. Fuck off with that shit. Just fucking take the 300-pound stacks and just fucking pull them, bro. You pull it and let it pull you up, okay? Let it pull that muscle to tear it apart. That's it, bro. That's all you have to fucking do. And you'll succeed a lot faster. Now, as far as the front delt, the front delt, you could use one arm, reverse, go turn your body around to the stack and just let it pull you down and pull it up and pull you down again. As heavy as you could go, but not for full concentric. That's it. Now, you could do behind the neck as well, those fucking barbell presses for your shoulders behind the neck, or you could use I don't know, dumbbells, whatever. The same objective, bro. Or you could use cables. You can bend your body down and use cables to press the cables as heavy as you could go for partial reps. Press them like you're doing your shoulders with the cables, a finishing thing for your shoulders. Remember, we want to do a lot of sets and reps. Sets, bro. High intensity, fucking super heavy loads, eccentric loads, bro. That's it. We want to fucking bust these muscles and get your body to adapt by growing them bigger, massively bigger and stronger. That's the whole point, bro. So that's the fastest way. If you want to get there the fastest way, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it, okay? In bodybuilding. You'll make it there very fast. Yeah, I don't know what else he's going to say here.
I'll link it in the top corner. It'll be below this video as well. The fastest...
No, the fastest way what?
Way to improve your weak points, because there are some key...
No, I just told you the fastest way. Eccentric exercise is the fastest way. He doesn't know because it's kind of obvious his training is frivolous. You can tell right away if you're an experienced lifter like me, bro. I have fucking like 40 years experience or something. I knew lifting since the 70s. So I can tell just by looking, seeing what these people are doing. I already know they're all failing in the gym. Especially when they tell me, I'm building a muscle, squeezing it. Oh, you are? Are you? Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Things you need
and I'm a multi-billionaire. Yeah.
to consider, but overall, it's not what most people think.
I know it's not what most people think. They're wrong what they think. That's their problem. See? He's flying it. It's really light. It's a little bit heavy going up, a little bit heavy, but it's not even heavy because 40 pounds. And then when it goes down, it feels like 1 or 2 pounds. He's squeezing his muscles. This is what a thing that everybody does. They fly these weights for their shoulders. They're just squeezing the muscles. Glycogen in there. Look how he's squeezing them in there. That a boy. Squeeze it. Full range of motion, right? Squeezing. He's got zits on his back. Maybe he's taking something. Who the fuck knows? Look at him now. He's going like, He's getting exhausted. So he's like, I'm gonna do some partial reps and exhaust myself even more. The fact is, he's just exhausted. Get it? He's losing strength and exhausted because that's the problem. He's losing momentum. This isn't due to damage. Man, this is funny, bro. This is funny. Forget this. Next. Anything else? You know, that's why he's making the exercise so hard. A lot of people do this. Your arm is all the way out, like those fucking cranes. They build buildings. They use cranes to build buildings. If you were to lift something very heavy at the end, it would cause the crane to fall down. That's why they have a wire on there, and then they pull it inward. it pulls inward into the crane. So it takes all the force down the middle. It doesn't take it on the arm all the way out at the end. It could, I've seen a crane here in the city one time. It crashed, bro. The guy put a heavy load at the end and it fucking crashed. So yeah, then they had to investigate because, stupidity, negligence, whatever. So this is what I would call negligence. He's negligent doing this exercise because he knows he can put heavy loads on there, eccentric, but I know he doesn't know actually. He's not thinking about it. It's not in the back of his mind. He never ever thought about eccentric overload training because he doesn't know what that is. Because they don't know. They don't know anything. They don't know any better, these lifting slaves. Monkey see, monkey do. That's why. What a loser. And then he goes, looks in the mirror. He's all pumped up with glycogen and inflammation. Then he looks at himself in the mirror. That's what these crazy gym slaves do. Look, I built a muscle already. I got pumped. I built a muscle, right? I got pumped. I built a muscle. Got to go check it in the mirror. That's what, what's his name? Sam Sulek does. He does his workouts. Then he goes, checks the pump in the mirror. He goes, look, I got to go check the pump. His fake muscles. I don't see anything here. I noticed though, he's a skinny guy. He's got some low body fat because he's skinny. But I don't really see much there. Just it's pumped up, bro. They're pumped up muscles because look how round. Look at his arm area and the shoulder area is round. It doesn't have shape like a shoulder. It just looks like a round ball kind of. It doesn't have shape. It's lost. The shape is not there. He has no triceps. He has nothing. There's nothing going on there. Very little. Just pumped a little bit. That's it.
Or maybe my body dysmorphia is at a point now where it's so bad that, I'm too far in. There's no return.
No, you just haven't built any muscle. You just haven't built any muscle because you don't know what builds muscle. And even if you were to, your exercises are not geared for eccentric overload, and they wouldn't be geared anyways, even in your concentric lifts, because the moment you bring down the weight, it's a lot lighter than when it went up. It went up heavy, but it came down even lighter when it went down. So how could you get an eccentric load if something's coming down even lighter than it was going up? See what I mean? So I'm sorry, friends. That's just how it is. I'll see you in the next video. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. I'll see you in the next one. I had to do this because people asked me to explain some stuff on my channel, so I'm explaining using this guy, okay? See you in the next one. Ciao, friends. This is ridiculous, bro. Look at this guy.
And I've been in this goon lighting for a little bit too long now, and I can see that the camera...
So he wants to be in good lighting, to look a certain way, this, that, to pretend he's big. Yes, okay.
Battery indicator is flashing, so it's time to go. See you soon.
Yep, see you later, man. That was hilarious. What a waste of time.